and read J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter. The first one, Philosopher's Stone. Chapter 1, The Boy Who Lived. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of Temple Private Drive were proud to see that they were perfectly normal. Thank you very much. There were lots of people you'd expect to be involved in anything strange or mysterious, because they just didn't hold with such nonsense. Mr. Dursley was the director of a firm called Granite's, which made drills. He was a big, beefy man with hardly any neck, although he did have a very large moustache. Mrs. Dursley was thin and blonde and had nearly twice the usual amount of neck, which came in very useful as she spent so much of her time craning over garden fences, spying on the neighbors. The Dursley had a small son called Dudley, and in their opinion there was no finer boy anywhere. The Dursleys had everything they wanted, but they also had a secret, and her greatest fear was that somebody would discover it. They didn't think they could bear it if anyone found out about Potters. Mrs. Potter was Miss Dursley's sister, but they hadn't met for several years. In fact, Mrs. Dursley pretended she didn't have a sister. The Dursleys shuddered to think what the neighbors would say if the Potters arrived in the street. The Dursleys knew that the Potters had a small son too, but they had never ever seen him. This boy was another good reason for keeping the Potters away. They didn't want Dudley mixing with a child like that.